Hey folks, it's Ardwulf. Welcome to Ardwulf Presents. We are back with some more Neverwinter launch day action. We are in the Blacklake district, which is the second city zone that you do in the city of Neverwinter. For those of you who watched the last video, you saw how we got here. We did the second little mini-dungeon in Neverwinter itself, and then the following quest sent us here. There is the quest that sent us here, plus a follow-up quest, and right here where we got into the zone, there's a Harper who can give us Foundry content. And there is, although you can get to the Foundry content from anywhere, I think that was the original intention, was that you would go to a Harper for it, but now you can just go anywhere. And this guy who is a vendor, who will sell us healing potions and other junk like that. So after having made sure we've got enough healing potions and all that business, let's go out here. What do we? Let's take a look at our objectives. So we have recover stolen goods, and go to search for clues to Golfman's location. Now all these things are on the map, so it's really no big deal either way. Here's some stolen goods. And we'll just follow our... Oh, we'll go kill some dudes over here. These guys are actually... You're fighting them, but they're actually not entirely unsympathetic. These are like rebels against the despotic Lord of Neverwinter, who's kind of a dick. So there's a little bit of general, and and there's an interesting one too. There's some random wandering guys. So I think what I think I didn't quite say in the previous video was this is a great weapon fighter, unidentified item. That might be interesting. Might not be, but hey, could be. We got some dudes in here. Now we're gonna pop our daily. Why not? The daily will easily grind down the trash relatively quickly. That's all the stolen goods we need. Plate armor, by the way, is something I cannot use as a great weapon fighter. I think I've almost said this about 4 times now. I think I enjoyed the Control Wizard a little more than I like the Great Weapon Fighter. How many more of these do I need? I need 5 total. And scroll. No, that's actually a clue. Sometimes you'll see scrolls out in the world of books or something like that, and when you click on them, you'll unlock some lore. Which, something I did mention in a previous video. This is part of the Forgotten Realms. It's an extremely rich setting as far as lore goes. So, I mean, if you are a lore junkie, and you're not familiar with the Forgotten Realms, which I think would be kind of weird, you know, check this setting out, because it's really one of the most extensively developed fantasy settings in any media. Okay, so we got an objective there. We need to go... to this location. Figured I might as well. We don't have our daily here right now, so let's take out some of these chumps. Actually, I thought one of those guys would be a mini-boss, but that might be wrong. So, gold you just walk over. Other stuff you actually have to pick up using the interact button, which is F. I mean, you can click on it too, but you will very swiftly get used to just clicking on F. Here we have an Arcana node. Because we have an Arcana kit. Wow, that looks like a critical success. Because we had the Arcana kit in our inventory at the time, we could interact with that. Normally, Arcana is not a skill that we have. We have dungeon as a great weapon fighter. We have Dungeoneering. So, I'm really curious to see the classes in Neverwinter are all really narrow. They are specific. They're based on the 4th edition D&D rules, at least roughly. And structurally, the character creation system resembles that relatively strongly. But the classes that we see here in Neverwinter are based on specific builds within each of those D&D classes. So basically, we should, in principle, awesome. We should, in principle, see a lot of classes in this game. And right now, there's only 5. So you see that we do have a notice that we've got some extra goodies.
The dismissive note. We aren't the only ones who want Gothwin to reveal the location of Cause.
So again, we hit Alt to turn off mouse look.
Known as the Dead Rats, caught
so I earned a power point
and kidnapped him.
So
the Nashas
I can use this to increase my ranks.
Can rescue him.
Now,
tell us
right now,
everything he knows.
I want to view the paths. Right now, I have a Paragon Path of Swordmaster available.
I'll mark a known entry.
The level cap in this game is 60, by the way, and that roughly corresponds to the D&D 4th edition levels 1 to 20. So, if we spend 35 points in at-will abilities, I guess we get this ability. I guess that's how that works. I don't know. Anyway, we do have we're using this ability all the time, so I can't upgrade it yet. Is that right? Looks like it costs 20 points to unlock. Or this rank 2 appears to only cost 10 points. Okay.
Be warned, Blacklake is a hostile area.
I have no idea. This will upgrade this to rank 2.
Blacklake is a hostile area.
I don't really know how this works, to be honest. I've spent 7 points already, really. So I need to spend 5 points to get these things, I guess.
The Nashers are attacking travelers on
I gotta admit, I don't really know how this works. Okay, so the green abilities are at-will abilities. The red abilities are encounter abilities. And the white abilities are dailies.
Travelers on site.
So right now it looks like the only thing that we're eligible for is rank 2. So we took rank 2 of Sure Strike already, which is our basic attack power. And we took rank 2 of Spinning Strike, which is our current daily power. I believe we'll unlock a second daily slot at like level 20 or something like that. Alright, so we'll dismiss that. Great, we've gained a level. Let's take a look at our objective. Yeah. So we need to go to Blacklake Sewers.
Blacklake is a hostile area.
And we get some more tutorial hints. Click the Change Instance button in the bottom right corner of the map to travel to your desired instance. So is that this? I want to know where that is now. Bottom right corner of the map. I didn't even see that. Well, we'll figure it out later. It's okay. We're all learning as we go here. There's a whole bunch of this game that I didn't see, even though I did play a fair amount of it in beta. I think I played to level 15 or 16, something like that, on a Control Wizard. My backup character for this in launch is probably going to be the Control Wizard too, because I did enjoy that class quite a bit. I wish there was more of a now I regret not using the point I just had on my encounter power. The encounter power is something I get to use every, more or less every encounter. Where the daily, I might use it 2 or 3 times in the course of this whole dungeon. Because I'm not going to use it in an encounter like this, frankly. I'd just be wasting it. And I haven't memorized this stuff to know that I will, enough to know that I will be able to regain it by the time I hit something else that will justify using it. Nice solid hit there. Sword of Respite. Now the single-handed swords are intended for the Guardian fighter, who will use a shield. Yeah, the next PowerPoint I have is definitely going to get used on the encounter ability, because I'm using that quite a bit, even though it's not. Even though I kind of want a new one because I'm not happy with the damage that it does. And these little nodes, the stuff they give you, I take those things to be crafting related items. Now we will use our that dude was fairly tough. We almost missed it. Here is a religion node. And it failed. Oh well. You only have a 75% chance to succeed. And that percentage is something that may vary as you continue to play the game too. I think we've already used our Arcana kit. Let's see what we got. We got a Thievery kit, looks like. No, not even. But we got a whole bunch of stuff here. So let's, requires level 7, whatever we have here. It's a great weapon, it's a sword knot, it's a great weapon fighter item. It's level 7, so it's probably pretty good. But we're not level 7 right now, so I'm not going to go around. I'm not even going to bother identifying it yet. Let's open this. Oh, a trap! Shit. Just burned a big potion there. Now again, this is something I've mentioned before. The shift button does different things depending on what class you are. We're eating potions here, aren't we? We burned it. In my case, for the Great Weapon Fighter, shift gives me a dash, which will let me get out of the way of telegraphed attacks. Shift for like the Trickster Rogue, for example, is a dodge instead, and actually for the Control Wizard, it's a dodge as well. What's our objective here? Investigate Dead Rat's lair and find Dead Rat's nest. Might as well top off here. And you're, at least at this level, your health pretty much goes back up with just a couple of ticks in a campfire. You know what? I'm gonna go. I kind of ate that. I felt like I had no choice but to eat the potion in that case. Oh well. These guys are pretty tough though. So I wanted to finish off this room and then go top off in a campfire. I feel like this secondary ability is really not that great, not doing a whole lot. That might be deceptive. That's what it feels like at the moment. Oh, we got another one of these tough dudes. As you can see, I got a fair number of... I found the key. I got a fair number of... potions left. I'm gonna go hit that campfire, though. Because I don't feel like I have a ton of money to spend an infinite supply of potions. If you die, and I've mentioned this before, if you die, you will get an injury. If you keep dying, the injury will become more and more severe, and it's a, as far as I've gotten it, it's a damage debuff. Alright, so now, we need to pull some levers up. Oh, some dudes here. Didn't see him. See, that was secondary ability at full wind-up. So I'm not incredibly thrilled, but I'm going to choose to eat this. Okay, now, for the sake of... Can't use that yet. This we can use, and it is noticeably superior to what we are using. So we will equip that happily. Of course, I got some dude shooting at me here. Second key, and we got some loot down here that we want to get. There is some level of physics to this game, so we're going to go back because I'm cheap and don't want to spend money on the don't want to spend money on potions. I'm going to go back and heal at the campfire since it's right in the next room. I do like the visual input the game gives you when you are low on health. I have never, forgotten to look at my health bar for an instant and subsequently died because I didn't realize it was as low as I was. And I like that. So I think I would like to, and we're going to see how well this the game allows me to do this, because I intend to keep playing this character. I do like the character. Ah, 50 lycanthropes, cool. It's like a little achievement or something. It is worth paying attention as you go through these dungeons, by the way, to make sure that you're catching all the little nodes and stuff like that. So keep your eyes open for that kind of stuff. So one of the cool things about this game is that the dungeons are actually pretty well layered, with lots of things to interact with, and I like that. Now here's a boss. And now is as good a time as any to trigger that. This will completely eliminate the trash. And do some relatively serious damage to my boss opponent here. Stack of guys here shooting at me. No wonder I was almost dying there. Alright. Go talk to this dude.
Yes, I helped to steal the crown and everything. I was a loyal Nasher.
We have a chest.
But after Karzov left me to die.
Got some boots, which hopefully are nice. They are, but they require level 7. Okay, and this requires level 7. This piercing sword knot is not as nice as what I have. Almost all this... Oh, okay, that's usable. Almost all this stuff is not for me. So let's put the 2 usable items up here and leave all this extra crap down at the bottom. Not a ton of inventory space here, as you can see. Now let's bail on this dungeon. See what happens next. Turn to Hothadun, or whatever your name is. Hothadun. Should be able to take those guys. I got them. And the campfire, as we recall, is right back here. So we've managed, other than our initial lag-tainted experience in the first dungeon in Neverwinter City itself, this is going. Everything's gone reasonably well for me.
You need to be careful beyond this point.
I don't need to talk
this
to this guy.
This whole area is under Nasher control. Their leader Karzov has them all whipped into fervor. They've become hostile to all outsiders and will attack on sight. Our orders are to hold these gates, so this area should be safe. But I strongly recommend you spend some spare coin on healing potions before you go out there.
We do need to talk to this dude. You don't actually need to chop them in half. We'll get rid of all this stuff. That we don't need. I'll get rid of this extra thing too, just because it doesn't really do anything. We'll see what this guy's got. So, we've got potions of weak healing, which are the small healing potions. Potions of minor healing. We're going to buy, I think, 3 of these, something like that. 4. That sounds good. Because I don't want to run out. Running out would be a big inconvenience. Okay, these are 1,000. These are 1,000. Some of them are bound. Some of them are not. I think I got some of them in one of these goodie bags. And you can see we're almost at level 7 here. Which would be nice if we have a couple more pieces of gear that we can equip.
I've been keeping Sergeant Knox. Gothwin told us, watch your step in this district. Blacklake is home only to the desperate. According to Gothwin's information, Karzov is hiding in a safe house nearby, while the Crown is hidden in their headquarters.
So let's see.
We can move
let's see what we have here. We have another PowerPoint. All right, so let's burn this on.
Provide ample opportunity for that. When you've cleared the area, meet with Private Zoe Fargo. She's keeping watch over the safe house where Karzov is hiding. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is weird because this implies that I've already spent 8 points, but that includes the initial abilities that I got. So I think I have to have spent 5 points, which would be 5 in addition to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I think that's how this works, and I want to say this is a little bit different than it was in beta as well.
The Nashers are attacking travelers on site.
Or I should say, different than it was in the closed beta. We're technically still in beta here. So I think at this point we are going to call this a video, and we have now taken a look at Blacklake, at the second zone in Neverwinter. Technically the third zone if you count the tutorial as one. So hopefully this has been interesting for you, and we should probably get going. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Down in the notes below you'll find a link to my website at ardwulfslair.wordpress.com. And also links to follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Google+. So check those out, and hope you've enjoyed this. Check the channel out, subscribe. We got more videos on the way.